You may have noticed, if you're a long-term viewer of this program, that I fought tooth and nail against the loudest voices trying to throw us into the deepest lockdown as soon as possible. These were the people who I called the millionaire doomsday preppers, who suggested that everyone needed to jump into the bunker and close the door because 150,000 people were going to die. Well, now that that is absolutely not the case, there are plenty of people who are starting to say, well, can't we all go outside again? Yes, at some point we're going to be able to. But in the same way that I argued against those who wanted to go too far in the lockdown, I've got to say I argue against those who want to go too far in letting their foot off the brake. Australia is having a good experience with coronavirus compared to other parts of the world. But in part that is only because of the choices that have been made and the lines that we have drawn in the sand. Now, yes, in a few weeks' time, a few months' time, most of those lines will probably disappear. But no one is going to completely free us of where we currently are because we are not in winter yet. That's going to be the second wave of this thing. So, in the same way that I cautioned those who said it was time to lock the door and throw away the key, cancel the schools and everything else, I say the same to those who I know are well-meaning, but still, we're not about to get out of this anytime soon. I'm sorry to say it, but that's just the truth. Now, on that fact, Australia is doing a good job. In fact, compared to most of the world, we are now leading the way. We are leading the way in the way that we have responded to this, both economically and on the health front. That dreaded bloody curve. Well, here is yet another example about how we are beating that curve. We are flattening the living out of that curve. But there are 2 points that are worth having a look at in all of that. The blue lines show how many new cases there are each and every day. We're now down to only 3% increase day on day. Previously, it was 7, it was 9, it was 25. So that was the way up. We're now on the way down. That red line, however, is the total number of cases that currently exist, because obviously you start stacking those blue things on top of each other, and that's how you get to that number of current cases of being the best part of almost 6,000. We will easily go past 6, 7, 8,000 as all of this rolls on. But thankfully, because of the efforts that have been put in place, we are not going to end up with a death count that spikes every single day. A point made by the Health Minister today in a great interview with Peter Credlin earlier tonight here on Sky News.
I am increasingly confident of is that we will not be Italy or Spain or others, and I don't say that with any criticism. They are living the agony of agonies for a nation.
And it is a tragedy for those nations, but it is not a tragedy that we are on a trajectory to repeat. This is a wonderful achievement of everyone watching at home, because we are pulling our heads in. We have done the right things. Sadly, there will be more deaths, no doubt about it. But those stupid, ridiculous, hysterical predictions of 150,000 people, or what was being referred to as the optimists' view of 100,000 deaths, they of course look ludicrous.